Now what is the bomb squad?
This is Parliament Avenue, minutes after the bomb went off. Police said 2 men riding motorcycles were behind the explosion. Police CCTV recording shows the explosion happened outside the Ministry of ICT exit gate, immediately starting fire.
You can see behind they have been trying to extinguish the fire that caught some of the vehicles that were nearby. I see a motorcycle that is parked in between. There is a government vehicle and another car that is already on fire.
Bernard Ndyanabo was among the first responders. His first thought was to stop the fire burning up one of the cars to prevent it from spreading.
Immediately what came into my mind was that we need to first put that fire off, because it can also cause a big impact there. What has the suicide bomber has caused. All those cars, they were going to get burned. So that's why I developed the courage.
As the heat of the fire intensified, Ndyanabo entered one of the offices that had been hit and pulled out a fire extinguisher, then dashed back to the scene.
I had to look around with my colleagues who were there, looking for fire extinguishers, and good enough, we managed to get fire extinguisher in Abasa Bank.
At one point, explosions could be heard coming from the burning car.
Automatically you have to get scared, because you can't know what is in those cars. And remember, the tires were also bursting. My target was that if you pass through in front, you first spray the engine, then the engine will not burst, because also it can burst and kill other people.
By this time, most people had fled and just a handful remained.
I find it very important that really you can help, because everyone there was, those who have the capacity to help, they did so.
What helped there were a number of fire extinguishers in many of the offices, and as one ran out, another was quickly found.
I would advise people really that they should always have enough fire extinguishers, and people with knowledge, at least basic knowledge on how to fight fire outbreak.
So how is Ndyanabo dealing with the psychological effects caused by the graphic images?
I can simply say I was proud because I saved the lives of very many people and the properties, because that fire was going to generate, it escalate all Kampala.
The fire brigade later put out the flames, and Ndyanabo stayed to help. For him, serving in this emergency gives him great satisfaction. Sudhir, Byaruhanga, NTV.